The Voynich manuscript is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of books. Filled with unusual illustrations, unknown writing, and strange diagrams, it has puzzled scholars, linguists, historians, and cryptographers for more than a century. Despite countless attempts to understand its contents, nobody has been able to read the mysterious text with complete certainty. Some people believe that it contains valuable scientific or medical knowledge, while others think it may be an elaborate code or even a meaningless creation. Because no convincing explanation has solved every question, the manuscript continues to attract worldwide attention and remains one of the most fascinating historical documents ever discovered. The manuscript is named after Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish book dealer who purchased it in 1912 from a collection of rare books in Italy. After examining the unusual volume, Voynich realized that it was unlike any other manuscript known at the time. The pages contained hundreds of colorful illustrations alongside writing in an unfamiliar script that nobody could recognize. Believing that the book might hold an important historical secret, he introduced it to scholars, hoping they would eventually solve its mystery. More than 100 years later, researchers are still trying to understand exactly what he discovered. Modern scientific testing has provided important information about the manuscript's age. Experts used radiocarbon dating to examine the parchment, which is made from animal skin. Their results suggest that the material was produced during the early 15th century, most likely between 1404 and 1438. This means that the manuscript is genuinely old, rather than a modern forgery. The colorful ink and illustrations also appear consistent with materials available during that historical period. Although these tests cannot identify the author, they confirm that the book was created hundreds of years ago. One of the most remarkable features of the Voynich manuscript is its mysterious writing system. The text is made up of hundreds of unique symbols, arranged into words and sentences that follow consistent patterns. Researchers have counted thousands of individual words throughout the manuscript, and many of them appear repeatedly in ways that resemble the structure of real languages. At first glance, the writing looks organized rather than random. However, no known alphabet matches the strange symbols, and no one has successfully translated the text despite decades of careful study. The illustrations inside the manuscript are just as mysterious as the writing itself. Many pages contain drawings of plants that do not seem to match any known species. Some pictures resemble real flowers or herbs, while others combine features from several different plants. This has led some researchers to believe that the illustrations represent imaginary species or symbolic images rather than actual vegetation. If the drawings were intended to describe medicinal plants, they have proven extremely difficult to identify with certainty. Another section of the manuscript contains detailed astronomical and astrological diagrams. Circular illustrations show stars, planets, the sun, the moon, and symbols associated with the zodiac. Some pages include groups of women standing inside circular designs connected by lines and strange patterns. Historians believe these images may have been related to medieval beliefs about astronomy, astrology, or the calendar. However, without understanding the accompanying text, the exact meaning of these illustrations remains uncertain. One particularly unusual part of the manuscript features many drawings of women bathing in green liquid inside connected pools and tubes. These strange illustrations have inspired countless interpretations. Some researchers suggest they represent medical treatments, while others believe they symbolize human biology, fertility, or spiritual ideas. A few scholars have proposed that the images describe the flow of water or other natural processes. Since the writing cannot yet be read, every explanation remains largely speculative, and no single theory has gained universal acceptance. Many experts believe the manuscript may contain information about medicine or herbal remedies. During the Middle Ages, books describing medicinal plants, treatments, and natural healing methods were quite common. The combination of plant illustrations, diagrams, and detailed text supports this possibility. If the manuscript truly records medical knowledge, it may represent a unique tradition that has not survived in any other historical source. However, because the plants themselves cannot be confidently identified, this theory remains difficult to prove. Another popular explanation is that the manuscript is written in a sophisticated code. Throughout history, rulers, diplomats, and military leaders often used secret codes to protect important information. Cryptographers have carefully examined the Voynich manuscript using both traditional methods and powerful modern computers. They have searched for hidden patterns, repeated symbols, and mathematical structures that might reveal an encrypted message. Although some interesting patterns have been discovered, no decoding method has successfully explained the entire text. The manuscript continues to resist every serious attempt at translation. Some researchers have suggested that the manuscript may be written in an unknown or extinct language. Human history includes thousands of languages, many of which have disappeared without leaving extensive written records. It is possible that the text represents a language no longer spoken, or one that survives only in a few forgotten documents. Others have proposed that the writing system was specially created for the manuscript itself. If this is true, understanding it would require discovering completely new rules for reading and interpreting the symbols. Not everyone believes that the manuscript contains meaningful information. Some critics argue that it may simply be an elaborate hoax created to impress wealthy buyers. According to this theory, the unknown script and strange illustrations were designed to make the book appear valuable and mysterious. However, this explanation raises several difficult questions. Producing such a detailed manuscript would have required enormous time, artistic skill, and expensive materials. It seems unlikely that someone would invest so much effort without any guarantee of success. Furthermore, the text contains statistical patterns that resemble genuine language more closely than random writing. Advances in modern technology have given researchers new tools for studying the manuscript. High-resolution digital photography allows scholars around the world to examine every page without handling the fragile original. Artificial intelligence and machine learning programs have been used to search for hidden structures within the text. Computer analysis has identified repeated word patterns, sentence structures, and possible grammatical rules that were difficult to notice through manual study alone. Although these methods have not solved the mystery, they continue to provide valuable clues that may eventually lead to a breakthrough. The Voynich manuscript is currently kept in the Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library at Yale University in the United States. The library carefully preserves the fragile document under controlled environmental conditions to prevent damage. High-quality digital copies have also been made available, allowing researchers and members of the public to study the manuscript from anywhere in the world. This open access has encouraged international cooperation among historians, linguists, mathematicians, computer scientists, and amateur researchers who all hope to solve the puzzle. The mystery of the Voynich manuscript has also influenced popular culture. It has appeared in novels, documentaries, television programs, podcasts, and video games. Writers often use the manuscript as the center of fictional adventures involving hidden knowledge, ancient civilizations, or secret societies. Although these stories are imaginary, they reflect the powerful fascination that the manuscript continues to inspire. Very few historical books have captured the public imagination so strongly for such a long period. Perhaps the greatest lesson of the Voynich manuscript is the importance of curiosity and patience in scientific research. Some mysteries cannot be solved quickly, no matter how advanced modern technology becomes. Historians must carefully examine evidence, compare different theories, and remain willing to change their opinions when new discoveries appear. The manuscript reminds us that history still contains unanswered questions waiting to be explored. Every unsuccessful attempt to understand it also contributes valuable knowledge by eliminating unlikely explanations and improving research methods. Ultimately, The Voynich manuscript remains one of the world's most extraordinary historical puzzles. Its unknown writing, unusual illustrations, and uncertain purpose continue to challenge experts from many different fields. Although scientific testing has revealed its age and confirmed its authenticity, the true meaning of its contents remains hidden. Whether it contains medical knowledge, an encrypted message, an unknown language, or something entirely different, the manuscript continues to inspire investigation and imagination. Until convincing evidence finally explains its secrets, the Voynich manuscript will remain a remarkable symbol of humanity's endless desire to understand the unknown and uncover the mysteries of the past.